Hello and welcome to the Intel Brief. Today is Thursday, 30 October. I'm your host Daniel, and today we're going to talk about the US planning to reduce troop numbers in Europe, the RSF militia has reportedly killed 460 people in el-Fasher hospital in Sudan, and Trump tells the Pentagon to immediately resume testing nuclear weapons. So firstly, Romania's defense ministry has announced that some US troops rotating out of the country will not be replaced as Washington reduces its troop presence along NATO's eastern flank. The decision affects forces stationed at Romanian airbase, I'm not pronouncing that, and reflects a broader US effort to shift military focus towards the Indo-Pacific region. Romanian officials emphasized that NATO's troop levels in Eastern Europe will still remain higher than before Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. US and NATO leaders framed the adjustment as a reflection of Europe's growing defensive readiness rather than a reduction in American commitment, with US Army in Europe calling it a positive sign of increased European capability and responsibility. About 1,000 US soldiers will remain in Romania, down from roughly 1,700 earlier this year. So what? I posted about this last night, and my main takeaway is that it's not a massive deal, to be completely honest. It's a lovely news headline that gets everyone talking, especially when, Trump is cutting about the Indo-Pacific region, causing all sorts of chaos. But yeah, this shouldn't be a surprise to most people, I don't think. The US has made it very clear that they plan to reduce their military presence in Europe and want Europe to step up more to the plate when it comes to European security, which I think is a good move, and has definitely driven a lot of spending and a lot of development within the militaries of large European nations, which is only really positive for a European security context, because if war was to break out in the Indo-Pac region, it's quite possible that Russia would start playing up as well to try and, distract as many forces as he can. Well, Putin can, not hurt him yet. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think this is good. I think Europe should be doing a lot more. And I can understand why the US wants to refocus on the Indo-Pac region and quite possibly the Southcom region. So yeah, not a massive deal, but a great headline that got everyone talking. And next, the Rapid Support Forces, or RSF, militia reportedly killed hundreds of civilians at the main hospital in el-Fasher days after it captured the Sudanese city, the head of the UN Health Agency says. He said that the UN Health Agency was appalled and deeply shocked by the reported killing of 460 people at the hospital. Earlier, the Sudan Doctors Network said that on Tuesday that the RSF fighters had cold-bloodedly killed everyone they found within the hospital, including patients, their companions, and anyone else. It gave no casualty figures, but said medical facilities in the city had been transformed into slaughterhouses. The Sudanese Doctors Network has also accused the RSF of kidnapping 6 medics, including 4 doctors, a pharmacist, and a nurse, and reportedly demanded ransoms of $150,000 for their release. So what? This is what genocide looks like, right? This is the just absolute uncontrolled killing of anyone they come across. And is absolutely horrific. I'm going to be making my YouTube video this weekend on this conflict because it just needs more attention. The RSF are doing some horrific things that is just basically going underreported. So I don't know. I'm going to try and bring some more light to it and kind of talk about the background to the conflict, what's been going on, what's happening. And yeah, but in this particular case, it's just fucking sad, man. This is just horrific stuff is happening, and the world kind of just watches because, there's more important issues at play. Europe's worried about Ukraine, America's worried about Venezuela and China. There's just not enough fucking focus to go around, man. It's brutal. It's very brutal. And lastly, US President Donald Trump has ordered the US military on Thursday to resume the testing of nuclear weapons after a gap of 33 years, minutes before his meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Trump made a surprise announcement on Truth Social. Fuck off. While he was aboard Marine One helicopter flying to meet Xi for trade negotiations in Busan, South Korea. He said that he was instructing the Pentagon to test the US nuclear arsenal on an equal basis with other nuclear powers. So what? I sure as fuck hope that the official order was given through a better form of communication than Truth Social. That would be deeply saddening, to be honest. Fuck, what is going on? But yeah, I don't know. I can see why he's doing it. You know, he doesn't want to be shown. I mean, essentially, he just wants to chuck his weight around, especially when he goes into these meetings with people like Xi who are testing nuclear weapons, and Russia's been testing nuclear weapons recently. Even especially one like yesterday, I think. That was designed to cause tsunamis, so a pretty horrific fucking weapon. Yeah, I can see why he wants to do it. You know, you want to be seen to be very powerful in times like this because that is the only way to keep the peace. But yeah, I just hope there was an actual proper directive given rather than him just fucking truth socialing it out and someone in the Pentagon being like, oh, well, I guess we're doing that now. Yeah. Who knows in this day and age, though? That is where we are. Anyway, thank you for listening to the Intel Brief. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you again tomorrow. See you.